your amazing insight into the situation, I think you should talk to us about, and I've got the spawns wrong somehow, so let me fix that.
Ooh.
I'll talk to us about how you have the spawns wrong.
You should talk to us about the 07 lineup.
Will do. So we've got Conqueror, Montana, Stalingrad, Moskva, double Venezia, Daring, and double Shimakaze. Now, Dort Rode Her Better is running 12-kilometer torpedoes, and Freiss is running 20-kilometer torpedoes.
Interesting. Opposing them from the south spawn, as soon as my game quits lagging, there we go. GGWP fielding Yamato and Ohio. Moskva. And, well, Zath, isn't that interesting? Kleber, Marceau. And the lone imposter in the group, Zath, Deers Yu Yang is super sus.
Jesus. And they're doing exactly what I thought they were going to do with that.
Super sus. This Yang is just not, one of these things is not like the other, Zath.
No, it is definitely not.
Well, now this is not the first time we've seen the Kleber Assassination Squad. I assure you it's also not the first time that 07 has seen the Kleber Assassination Squad.
Oh, no, they actually ran it quite a bit in clan battles.
So they're intimately familiar with what this comp is supposed to do and how it's supposed to work.
Damn right.
So why don't you explain to the crew, the audience, what they are about to see and what this bizarre, somewhat bizarre GGWP lineup means?
So typically you end up with a whole bunch of the French destroyers that go in Wolfpack one side, and they focus fire on the first target they can get their hands on. If one of them takes a bunch of hit points of damage, they simply turn away, stop shooting, and allow the rest to resume firing. And basically they just work together kind of like a Roman gladius, buzzsawing through any opponent who doesn't know how to deal with them. The best way to deal with them is to be getting in a kiting away position, get some really good torpedoes, sap salvos, that sort of deal on the ship, and focus fire is key. So 07 of all teams is legendary with their focus fire, and I have a strong feeling we will see that happen momentarily.
07 sending John the Ruthless as Venezia, Dort's Shimakaze, and Cowboys is Conqueror to work that flank. They know now where all these Klebers happen to be as the Venezia begins to come under fire, but Amatsukaze already getting a little slapped for his impudence opening fire.
I don't understand why he waited or he opened fire so early. I think he would have been better off waiting until very close contact. That being said, part of this idea about the Klebers is you play at long range so that it's very difficult for the enemy to hit you. You have plenty of room to dodge.
Indeed. Now, go ahead.
Art Zero might go into the torpedo lane. Oh, he's gonna. Oh. Whew. Get that man a cigarette.
This is fine. This is fine.
Hey, look, Wargaming made a video where they showed torpedoes bouncing off of hulls. It's fine. Totally.
Yes, which is definitely.
It happens in game too if you get close enough.
Totally legit. No problem. No problem. So now, you would expect the Marceau Wolfpack, having quickly capped A, to perhaps look for a target to assassinate. But instead, they have wheeled around and are headed back the other way.
Oh, Doyle might take a tour. Oh, the island took it for him. Or Dyer, sorry, not Doyle.
Yes, that's not Doyle. Now he's about to back up into more. Does he have his hydro on?
No.
Oh,
what hydro? He's the Yu Yang.
Oh no, I thought it was a daring for a minute. Okay, he spots him now. He's good. He's
fine.
Woo!
Happa chat says you should rename yourself to Happa MF.
I like it. I like it.
MF Happa?
MF Happa. I'm in.
Sage coming under some serious fire
he
here.
Is getting wrecked.
Yeah, Sage gets wrecked here.
Having some more nuts there, SeaRaptor?
Cracker. You'll live.
Nice. Nice. Yep, they're definitely doing a nice job of focus firing Sage as he's dropping below 20,000. Correction, below 12,000.
And still falling. More Venezia shells coming in. They're just going to farm this poor Yamato off the board.
Yeah.
Like, they already have a 200,000 point health advantage.
I'm not sure why they would do this in this map.
And he's out.
Yep, he's out.
First
Just
blood.
like that, 5 minutes.
Indeed, first
Not
blood
even.
going to 07 here.
The reason I'm bringing that up is because this map particularly, there's really only one area for these clay bears to run about, and that's over on A side.
On the A side, right. Yeah.
Yeah,
B
they're
is...
all grouped up there at F5. Or do they intend to shift and just push towards C now after this?
See, I don't know, because a well-executed clay bear group, they all turn together like a school of fish, but we've seen them kind of scatter a bit.
They're here to try and farm down the Stalingrad, it seems.
Cougar Abuser at almost half.
Lots of hate going in on the Stalingrad now.
Let's get close and watch.
Horatio coming up to help.
Good
Arch
hit.
coming around to help.
Good hit from the Ohio. They do bag B as Dortz Shimakaze stepping onto A to slow those points down. 07 still on the lead, about a 50-point lead here. But they may very well lose Cougar. Lots of shells continue to fall on him as he's down to about 20,000 HP.
Yep. Remember, he cannot take fire prevention, because that's not a skill available to super cruisers. He's only on 2 fires. But he's managing to get far enough away to where he can't really
he has finally gone dark as Arch Zero's Marceau running over to the A-cap. Going to try and go bag that one very quickly. And that's one of the things. Now, maybe, Zap, maybe here's the thought process on this map, right? You've got 5 French destroyers that go like 55 knots. On this map, you can be on almost any cap you want in 60 to 90 seconds.
True. It does allow you to reposition very quickly.
You can bounce these ships between caps so quickly, it's ridiculous. We're starting to see that here. Kuroshio Kai, Arch Zero headed to C. Chad, Amatsukaze, Deer, and Zeka going back to A. Working on Potatoes Daring that they caught a glimpse of, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Dyer's Yu Yang definitely under some threat here.
Taking some big hits right there, yeah.
Putting his deep waters out for Cowboys' Conqueror in the background there. Conqueror HE Salvo coming in for Zeka, but it looks like it might be behind him a little bit. A little bit. He does take some damage.
I feel like GGWP, they're just letting themselves be corralled here in the middle of the map.
Maybe.
It's a possibility.
It seems like they're not taking advantage of their mobility the way that they could be.
I disagree, because they started at A, they rotated back to B, now they're trying to get back onto A, and they've sent 2 destroyers to C along the way. So they've been a little bit of everywhere, if we're honest, you know? They're kind of all over the place.
They're definitely I mean, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, if they let Dyer lead out in front, and then whatever he spots, they just focus. So they could definitely take advantage of that.
But you notice that the 07 guys did a really nice job. They turned around, they backed off for a little bit to try to draw these guys in, and they're luck chucking torps in the direction they think they can draw these guys. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And like a school of fish, they've all turned around again.
Mm-hmm.
Like Gallimimus.
Gallimimus.
Gallimimus?
Mimus.
Mimus.
That teacher just said, yeah, that too.
This is an educational stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, extremely educational.
Stay long enough. With Zath and I will teach you all about the wonders of bourbon.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing they definitely did, they took A, they shifted to B, they let 07 come down the 1-2 line, while the Kleber and Merceau on the east took C. So they are doing, I think, a fairly good job of shifting 07's focus back and forth.
Yep.
Quit My Job for this has now been selected for extinction. By the,
You have been selected.
you have been selected for extinction.
That line of fire.
What's the
But you
you have been chosen to fight against Zor and the Kodan Armada? Well, there's the Kodan Armada, my friend.
Yep. But you see the difference though is he's not bow in, he's bow out. He can just
Yep.
hit W. He's gonna take some hit points.
He is.
Sure. But he's probably gonna live.
He's also a Moskva, so he's got 65,000 HP. That's actually a survivability expert Moskva even. So he's got plenty of HP to fool with and several heals to burn through. So 07 did a really brilliant job of pulling Cougar Abuser's Stalingrad back. Healing up now. He's got shells falling in. That's Yoshi's Ohio. We haven't seen Yoshi play a battleship yet. That's interesting.
Nope.
Trying to focus Potato 69's daring now that they can spot him. Can they spot him for long? He's lit, so yes, for the moment.
Yeah, but he's
There he
not
goes.
really. Yeah, he's already turning away.
For all their memery, GGWP has now just moved out into the lead. Just on the strength of their cap advantage, despite being down a ship, they have ticked up over 700 points. 9 minutes to play here in Game 2 of this runners-up bracket match here on North America.
Now 07 looking to repeat what they just did by taking out Yoshi.
Zeka's going to have to
Down,
play
down
some
and a half.
fancy footwork. He's got it.
Ooh,
Zeka takes a nice
big
chunk.
hit on Zeka.
Yep, nice chunk there from the Venezia sap. Turning through the Shimakaze torps.
Yep. Now remember the Kleber's got a little bit of a specialty with its hit point arrangement. It doesn't lose. Isn't it something along the lines of it doesn't lose as much hit points per hits because it's more evenly distributed amongst the hull, or less? I think it's less, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think more of it is concentrated, and I think she gets. I forget. There is a thing. I forget exactly the mechanics.
I believe the idea is basically when the ship gets saturated, there's less hit points for the overall body of the ship. So
Okay.
there's more in individual compartments. So when the compartments get saturated, it takes more focus fire to take it out than a normal destroyer.
Price returns into C, picks up C on behalf of 07 as they continue to descend upon GGWP here. 07 just slowly, steadily moving in.
Yep, Zika's going out right here. Nope.
Oh.
They're trying to get the Shimakaze.
Not yet.
Here it comes, right there.
There he goes.
That's right.
GGWP down 2 ships, fixing to be off all the caps here. Arch Zero looked like he was headed over to try to get on to C. Then he pulled up the brakes, and now he's trying to farm Williams Montana as he pushes down the 5 line. Under a minute to play here. 07 on track to win Game 2. Do you think maybe they just brought this comp to mess with people? Just for the hell of it, Zath? Like, maybe they're just like, screw it.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I do feel like there's a point where they could be like, well, we could have fun, or we can really play to try to win.
Well, usually you
this
see
does seem like a really fun build. Like,
every now and then
setup,
you see teams make that decision, but they make it after they have
Right.
after they have a game lead, right? When losing a
Right.
game will not cost them the event, for example. Dyer is in trouble. He might take Dort with him. He and Dort are going to trade. Nope. Yes. And Dyer now has to try and avoid torpedoes. He does, but he's burning.
Wow.
There he goes. Cooper
Nope.
takes care of it. Still 30 seconds from an 07 win here on Game 2.
And Yoshi's being needled right now.
Oh yeah. They've done a nice job of just beating him back, so he can't really
Yeah.
do much.
Yeah.
Ten seconds to go.
Time ticking away. 07 looking like they're going to win the game here. Take a last-second miracle, but it's not there.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, 07 up 2 games. This might go only 3. We'll have to see. Depends if GGWP can come back with a strong game 3. We'll have ourselves a match. But until that happens...
That glass